Hear ye, here comes the judge. It is the Yogi Judge. Judge Dawson here with another podcast aimed at giving you information that you can use just to take your life to the next level. And I'll tell you what, I am a full-time judge. So that means even if you feel you can't use this information to go to the next level, how about you use this information to stay out the legal system, stay out of courtrooms, keep from being arrested. You won't even have to worry about a prosecutor falsely giving evidence or not cross-examining correctly. You won't have to worry about any of those things if you just simply apply my tools on how to avoid this legal matrix in its entirety. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do this podcast because I want to give you this information. I've been on the bench for many years. I've been a defense attorney for many years. And I've said to myself, if I can't spread this information, then I'm just simply wasting time. So I'm going to stay dedicated to doing these podcasts. And I hope you will subscribe to the podcast on Spotify and Apple. Might as well do both. And then share with someone who you think can benefit from this information. See, that's the thing. We all want to know about getting the bag and being rich and how to find love and sex and all these things. But what about success at its basic level, which includes avoiding negative interaction with the legal system? So that's what I do. That's what I do when I'm on the bench. That's what I do through my emails, Dose of Positivity, that I send out every week. On my YouTube channel, you will find empowerment and leadership videos every Monday, because I am dead set on giving you these tools with all the energy that I have until I have no more. So, ladies and gentlemen, the topic today is success. Literally, it is success because, we talk about success. We talk about how we want to gain success, but then we don't apply general principles that will help us in this pursuit. So I thought to myself, what can I do to give some information on success? And I'm going to tell you, I am very successful. But let me tell you why before you turn off the podcast. It's not because I'm a billionaire. It's not because I'm perfect and I make every decision the best decision. But it's because I understand the principles of what success means. And success is having that joy, that happiness, and being content with where you are and what you've done. So, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to have $1 million or $1 billion in a bank to be successful. You don't have to drive the nicest car and the newest car to be successful, but you do have to have peace within your mind, body, and soul. So that's the success that I want to talk with you about today. That's the success that I want to give you tools on how to reach it as fast as you can while you have the energy that you have. Now, a couple of principles. Number one, the world does not care about you being successful. See, that's the misconception. See, we believe because we live in this world of social media that the more you post your success, you post your cars, you post your houses and all these things, the world really cares. But in reality, the world does not care. Listen, if you've gotten 1 million likes on a post, the world still doesn't really care, because every individual that liked your post, the next moment they're liking something else, or they're on to the next thing, or they're on to the business of living their own life. So when we get all caught up thinking that people really care about our success, we don't. And the same thing about your failures. We don't really care about your failures. Yes, it's embarrassing to fail. Yes, people will talk about you, they will say things, but it will all be temporary, because on the grand scheme of things, just like the theory of success, no one's really that interested in whether or not you fail. It'll be a moment in time. They'll be on to the next news story, and they'll be ignoring what's going on in your life. So the first thing to remember is that the world doesn't care. So now we are able to eliminate a whole level of worry and anxiety when we acknowledge that the world does not care. But the second principle is this: even though the world doesn't care, the world will make way for your success, or the world will make way for your failure. Whether you believe in God, the universe, or whatever you want to call it, when you start putting in play the principles for your future, the world is going to allow it to happen. No one's going to stop you from failing. No one's going to stop you from making a bad decision that could cause you to end up in front of me, a judge, or worse, in jail or dead. The world will not stop you from doing that. But at the same time, if you put the principles in place, the law of averages, all these other principles, thinking and power and thought and all those things, if you put them in place, the world will make way for you to be successful. So you have that power to be successful or not based on what you put in the world. And then also the next principle is the fact that you have to define success for yourself. Don't let the latest post by your best friend define success. Don't let the latest post by the person that you idolize and don't even really like, don't let that be your definition of success. Not from your mother, your brother, your cousin, your wife, your husband, nobody but you can define success. And you already really know what it is. What gets you happy? What gets you motivated to get out the bed in the morning? What makes you feel joy inside your soul? Those are the areas where you can find out what makes you feel successful. So keep in mind, like I said, the world doesn't care, but the world will make way. But most importantly, you have to define what that success looks like and what it means. And after that, you have to be willing to redefine success. Yes, redefine success. Because what was success to you yesterday may not be the same thing that's going to be success to you tomorrow. So you really have to decide, how do I keep redefining myself? How do I keep being my best version? How do I keep reinventing myself so that success is always within my reach? Because what you've done last year is not enough for next year. If success for you was making sure that your children graduate from high school, well, now that they've graduated, you have to redefine success. And here's something else. This is really, really key to staying out of trouble and staying out of this legal matrix. When things don't go your way, redefine success. When the relationship doesn't go the way you want it to go, redefine what a successful relationship looks like. But instead, we often do the opposite. You're going to hold on to that negative situation. You're going to hold on to that relationship. You're going to make that person love you. But I'm telling you, you can't do it. You instead have to redefine what success means to you, or you'll find yourself caught up in this legal matrix. And then after you've done all of that, keep in mind you have the power to be successful. It's all about your mindset. It's all about how you define happiness. And one quick tool, I'm a yoga teacher, I'm all about movement. You got to move your body. When you're sad, get up and move your body. That'll start you on the road to success. I couldn't leave this podcast without mentioning movement. That's what I do every single day. Yes, I sit on the bench as a judge, but then I practice yoga. I exercise. Sometimes I jog, I run, I ride a bike. All those things have the ability to kindle success inside of you so that you can actually achieve it. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't just sit back and let success happen by chance. Instead, take the bull by the horns and begin to live your successful life. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have spent your time with the Yogi Judge, Judge Dawson. I appreciate you. There are millions of podcasts you can listen to, and you probably do, but you gave me a few moments of your time, and hopefully it was of value. And if you think so, subscribe, please, or share it with someone who can use this information. It's not about me being popular, but it's about you avoiding negative interaction with the legal system and being successful. All right, until next time, take care, continue to be cycle breakers, and namaste.